You see what I mean? In this way, through this, let's call it, as it were, medical assertion, like sex is good, it's healthy. Well, I don't want to make love because sex is good and healthy, certainly not. It's much more liberating for the father to prohibit it to you, but then father goes out and then you bring your girlfriend or whomever in. You know, so again, this is why I claim, but this is just a superficial note, I am not at all surprised that precisely today, in the area of generalized, more or less, permissivity, we get so much of anxiety, impotence, frigidity, and so on and so on. But that's another story. I want to give you my last example of this divine obscenity, this living God returning. Now we will see if you manage it. Gangnam Style. Do you follow it? If there ever was a pure ideological phenomenon today, this is it, I claim. Why? You know what it is. A South Korean song mockingly, it's in this rave or tech trance, how do you call it? It's kind of a repetitive, stupid, mechanic music, describing Gangnam is a fashionable district in south of Seoul, where, you know, mostly young people, middle-aged meet, you have all the madness is there. Cafeterias, people who play for days on computers and so on. It's the in part. And the words are extremely vulgar. It's a middle-aged, slightly fat singer who basically praises a Gangnam girl who, during the day, this is male chauvinist ideal, during the day she is modest, serves her man, but in the night she opens up, and so on and so on. Okay, what fascinates me so much is how it started as a stupid song, then again, it exploded into something quasi-sacred. You can check it on the web. There were now a series of concerts there on stadiums where you have, you know, we haven't seen something like this, I claim, from early Beatles days when I was young, like 100,000 people rhythmically getting caught and addressing the singer who, incidentally, it's called Psy, P-S-Y, like psycho, but I think this stands for Psy dance, for psychedelic dance. Okay, what I want to say is that, and they refer to him as Messiah. Okay, now your first reaction is maybe, fuck them stupid Koreans. It's not as simple as that. It's exploding everywhere. Here also. You know that now if you do this superficial test and look at YouTube, how many hits? It's now around 750 million. So if you like the disgusting guy up here from Canada, Justin Bieber, his history. He had a record till now, and there is another, now there are two further features here which are, I think, interesting. First, how the words are obviously ironic. They make fun of its own, of the scene described by the song. But, and again, this is another example of what I like to describe as today's functioning of ideology, how you can make fun of it, not believe it, but a belief still functions, you know. You make fun of it, but you are caught into it. It works. This is why, in my previous books, I like to use it similar, that stupid cartoon movie, which I saw 5 times because of my small son, Kung Fu Panda. You see, you have all this bullshit, you know, sacred warrior. Okay, it makes fun all the time. But did you notice the miracle? It makes fun of its own ideology, but it works. At the end, you have the sacred act, and so on and so on. That's one thing. The other thing is, how does it function? I read from a Korean friend who sent me the analysis. I've read an investigation, the results into, they simply try to get how you usually get caught into this song. And it's very interesting. As a rule, large majority, you don't like it. It's more like, doesn't it happen to you when you hear some totally disgusting commercial song or what, you know it's disgusting, but it haunts you. You cannot get rid of it. And it functions like this. My small son, who is now 12, he started like this. He said, it's disgusting. My God, Dad, it's so disgusting, you have to hear it. Then he played it to me. Then he says, it's so disgusting, I have to hear it again to see how. He ended up listening to it 40, 50 times per day. You know, like this is what Lacan calls symptom, not symptom, but synthesis, this kind of a condensation of stupid enjoyment.